Welcome back to our message from our divine, compassionate guides. Thank you for joining me. My name is Julianne Duffy, and my purpose is to live, speak, and seek the truth in all forms to help reconnect humanity to its highest form of authenticity. And I appreciate you joining me. Today, I am pulling from the Work Your Light Oracle cards by Rebecca Campbell, and I pulled on what are the guidance for this week. It's Monday. What message do the guides have for us specifically for this week? We've had quite an interesting weekend. There's a lot of solar flares, a lot of energy going on. Every day's been so, we're not in Kansas anymore. And that's how it's been for a very long time. And I thought it was appropriate today to find out what message the guides have for us as the overall for this week. So let's go right into it. And my purpose is that these messages will help heal and assist you in the most appropriate way possible. And if you haven't yet, please do subscribe to stay up to date with my readings. So let's go through it. Doing the 4-card reading. So it's going to be what we're seeing, what we're not seeing, possible outcome, and what we're being called, actions we're being called to take. So jumping into the first part of the message here, what we are seeing. Unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. Interesting. So we are definitely feeling, I feel like this one's very much more of that feeling, and I can definitely agree with that we are feeling like things that are old and no longer needed are being released. There's a lot of stuff that we're letting go of. What it says is it's time to release old soul stories that have been playing out in your life. They are coming up to be healed. There's never been a safer time to clear these patterns than right now. Take a look at the patterns in your life and that you are ready to release. Ancient vows and contracts that your soul made have an expiry date, and it could be a vow of silence, chastity, or poverty. It is time to unwind from them. This is the life in which you will free yourself from the trauma of past lives. So it's like what old ways of things that we have been doing, it's time to just let go of. What are those things that were being released? It's time to unbind from the old ways of being that are no longer sustainable or serving us. So I feel like that's quite appropriate. I do feel that we are all feeling that it's time to release. And I feel like that's part of what was happening with the solar flares and all this crazy energy coming in. It's activating us to start elevating and, letting go of those things that have been part of this realm, but aren't gonna, however, are not gonna serve us as we go forward. So that's an interesting part. So that's what we're seeing. A lot of things, it's time to let go of a lot of the past. The next part, this is what we're not seeing. What are the things we're not seeing as we're going through this? The initiation, rite of passage, crossing the threshold. So we're feeling like there's a lot of things we need to let go of, but we're not necessarily seeing that this is our initiation process, that this is part of the process for us to get over here into this beautiful area. We're going through this dark, stormy area. We're releasing a lot of things, but we're not really aware that this is an initiation to the next level. We are leveling up, and that is the initiation process. So I feel like that's so appropriate. Some of the most sacred initiation chambers and temples look scary from the outside, but are breathtakingly beautiful on the inside. So this represents the journey the soul is required to take to reach somewhere sacred. So we're not seeing that we are going on this sacred journey. We're going through this initiation, the stuff that's happening to us that is forcing us to start to release these old ways is part of that journey. That's awesome. I love these cards. So that's really what we're going. So that's what we're not seeing, is that we're really going through an initiation process, and we're not really aware that is what's going on right now, right? So what is the possible outcome? What are the outcomes of going through, releasing all this old baggage, going through this initiation process? Pleiades, double mission, channeling, uplifting humanity. Wow, there we go. So I feel like right off the bat that the outcome is humanity is raising. Like, look, we're floating up, we're rising up, we're floating up, we're detaching, right? So this is the detach. These ones are still detached. These people are still attached. This one's detached. Letting go. We're releasing it. Part of the initiation process. And what's the outcome is humanity is changing. We are evolving greatly. We're on a message, a double mission message, right? Like, we are here to be humans, having a human experience as spiritual beings. And so what this card actually says is you are a soul who has a double mission. Grow at the soul level to raise the vibration of the planet. If you have been called to write, speak, channel, this is your sign to keep doing it. Your work is divinely guided. Of all the souls, Pleiadians are the chattiest, so perhaps you have already started channeling some of this work into the third dimension. And this card says, thank you for doing your part in the great plan. Your presence and unique light is needed. So the outcome, we are the ones we're looking for. And the outcome is we're going to help raise humanity. So this week, focus on getting rid of these attachments, detach from these old systems, these things that no longer serve us. Because this is our initiation process. It might seem dark and scary. Once we get through it, we're going to know that we've made it. We've made it. We have gone through that initiation process. And it's so important, if you're watching this video, that you are part of the uplifting of humanity. You chose to be here to help move us forward. And that is the outcome of where we're going to go. It's a possible outcome. I'm going to say it's our outcome. It is what's going to happen. I believe that for sure. And then the actions we're being called to take. So what actions do we need to take going forward? There you go. I can't, I wouldn't even be able to pick these cards to make this story up. I wouldn't. Like, this is not even, I find this hilarious. You're already doing it. Stop overthinking. Keep facing your truth north. So the action we're being called today is keep doing this hard work. The work of the spiritual soul, being, releasing the things we don't need, going through this initiation process, and remembering you chose to be here during this time to assist humanity. And it's becoming more and more prevalent. Like, we are uplifting humanity as we speak by our knowledge and our choices and our vibration. And we're already doing it. So what actions do you need to take? Not much, because you're already doing it. So do not question things so much. You're on the right track. You are facing the right way. Stop overthinking. It's happening, and you are closer than you think. You are exactly where you need to be, and things are moving at the perfect speed. So don't try to rush it. Now is not the time to be impatient. Now is the time to walk steady. There is no rush. What you are building is being built. What you have planted soon will blossom. And with every new day, a new brick is being laid. You have come a long way. The foundations are ready. Now all that is needed is for you to trust and keep walking forward. So really, stick with it, people. Stick with it. We're going through the home stretch. It's going to get more chaotic. It is. It's going to get more chaotic, not less. And it's the key to this chaoticness is going to be grounded in your spiritual practice and helping to assist others in their spiritual vibration, because things are crumbling under us. The old systems, we are being detached. We are being detached whether you want to or not. If you're choosing to, it's a little bit easier, but we're all being forced through this initiation process. The things are going to crumble. I was watching a video from some remote viewers who have remote viewed the death of the US dollar. And I've heard them before. Their dates by 2025. We're going to the end stretch of 2024. Once we hit June, we're halfway through this year. It's there. It's very soon that we're going to be hitting quite a colossal situation. And if we're prepared, because we know this is going to happen and we know this change is coming, it's not going to be as detrimental as those that truly do not believe that anything could go wrong, that the system is strong and secure and, trust it. That's going to be breaking their minds, I think, is what's going to happen. So for us, we need to keep doing what we're already doing, keep focusing on our spiritual progress, because that is really the key to where we're going to go going forward. So I find that interesting for this week. Continue releasing old patterns. Be aware of that. You don't have to be a victim to being forced to change. You can choose to change. Choosing is much easier than being forced to make that decision, because we are going through an initiation process, whether we are aware of it or not. And the possible outcome, humanity is uplifting. And I'm sure part of these solar flares are this energy to assist in us uplifting and turning into the humanity we're meant to be. And again, what you're being called to take, keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. And keep your eye on the prize, turning your true north towards spirit. There's your message for this week. I, of course, will have some more messages, but this is the overview for the week. And I do hope this will help heal and serve you and give you some guidance and at least keep you focused on knowing where we're going. Keep doing what you're doing. Let those things be released and stay focused. Have a beautiful day. And until next time, have a wonderful one. Namaste.